What up, people? Is I gonna sit there the whole time? Got things saying your battery is running low. Some features may be limited. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, you can. Should be like a. I should just plug in. I mean, like what? Whatever. Excuse my language. I'm like that. I don't do this fake professionalism shit. That's fake. It's dumb. It's corny. Actually, usually when people are doing that fake shit, you know, like low key, there's like some, like, dude, I don't got time for all that, so I keep it real. But anyway, kind of want to talk about things our forecast as a species. What was it? Something like triggered me to think about. No, it was some dude talking about these cataclysms. He's on Twitter. It's like open-minded approach or something like that. He's talking about like there's all these geomagnetic events that have occurred throughout history, and weakening magnetic field, and ocean currents are affected, and life, and ice age, and all this shit, like crazy stuff. And I like studying biology. Sean Carroll has a cool talk. I think it's called like what do they call it? Series of fortunate events instead of a series of unfortunate events. He wrote a book and he's basically talking about like the unlikelihood of our existence, and it really puts things in perspective. I love Brian Cox too. He's a great astrophysicist, great communicator of science, but he's like kind of, I've seen a video where he's like, look, it might not even be every galaxy that has life, like much less, you know, multiple hits of life, you know. But it's really a matter of, you know, having a long window for evolution, you know, to occur so that it can, you know, it's kind of like this rapid development too. Even with industrialization, I call that behavioral evolution. Really, it's just knowledge, which kind of translates to ability, you know, and behavior. We've rapidly like increased our ability, industrialized, whatever, and we've reformed the entire planet. But it took a very long time before that, just for all these little microbes and stuff to even decide to be, you know, multicellular, and you know, and all those go from little critters to bigger critters, and you know, and develop brains, cognition. You know, it took a very long time. So that is really what's probably very unlikely. There could be little microbes all over the place, but like 3 billion, you know, there's been interruptions. That's kind of what I was talking about actually, with these cataclysms and stuff. I love that greater perspective though. I mean, I think it's healthy for us to consider these things and have a place of proper value on our existence, you know. But yeah, probably unlikely that there's been a long enough window without cataclysm, and that's what I was gonna say. Earth has had cataclysm, like comet that wiped out the dinosaurs. Where was that at? The Yucatan Peninsula. Was that what it was? I was gonna say. And you know, that cleared the way for little mammals to grow up into monkeys or apes, and then us. You know. And here we are, just la da 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 da, lollygagging around, you know, having a gay old time. Flintstones, right? But is that the Flintstones? It's one of those. Anyhow, no, so we're at like this point, this junction in. It's like we're the rapid, like that's what's so crazy. It's like the rapid acceleration of our, you know, ability today. Now we're trying to build these AI systems that are, dude, I had a whole theory. I said that aliens crash landed and Roswell gave us digital microchips so that we build an extension of whatever AI system either controls them or that they control, and that there's like some ancient AI that they keep doing that to like expand the reign of, maybe, you know, like people talking about like the surveillance system, you know, cameras everywhere, Internet of Things. And you got Elon building the Starlink shit. It's like a network of fucking satellites that everything's gonna be connected to. He wants to create a autonomous logistics fleet. And then, you know, we got phones everywhere. I want to track every motherfucking thing, have it like go into a supercomputer. And then when they have that, though, I don't think what people understand about that is like it's all these inputs and feedbacks, and they're building these like giant, I don't know what they call them, data centers, I guess. Kind of like servers for the AI systems, and all these inputs, and I guess learning habits of the herd, and then you can y'all heard that? It was somebody stupid. That's gonna take me to my next fucking point, but yeah, you can direct. If there's one singular AI system that has all these inputs, and then there's inputs to it, but then it can give its algorithms. It can learn what the herd does and learn the inputs to the herd that will change its behavior. It will learn the herd's behavior, and eventually somebody could say, make it do this. Boom, it can make it do that. Like, it will learn the herd's behavior with all of those inputs. The Internet of Things. That's serious. Like, that's major serious. But anyway, that's another thing I was gonna say. You know, idiots. Dude, there's so many people out here. They have garbage cars and they take off the mufflers and they're like full foot on the floor gas and they're going like 12 miles an hour. It's like, bro, what the? I was gonna say, idiots have outbred smart people. That's a major problem, I would say, in our world today. Democracy doesn't work as a result because I think who was it? It was that Dolly. No, it wasn't him. Sadhguru, I think it was. He's like, the problem with democracy is everybody's retarded. Like, it's fucking hilarious. It was like, you don't expect it from that guy. But nah, we live straight up idiocracy. Where the beginning of it's like fucking 30 kids to like 2 after like, yeah, it's idiots have exponentially outbred intelligent people. Like, the intelligent people invented modern convenience, even the food supply. Like, a sustainable agricultural practice for planet Earth would be only sustain about half of what we have right now. We're using artificial fertilizer and reckless abandon. It's just stupid. But anyway, smart people invented stuff that enabled idiots to breed at these numbers, you know, to survive, whatever. And they don't think, they just breed. I mean, no offense, but like, idiot people generally are akin to animals almost. Like, they don't think. There's really stupid people. I'm just saying. They don't. Everything I'm talking about is not. They're like, what the hell is this man talking about? I just mind my business. And I don't know. People just. There's a lot of dumb people, man. So that's I would literally, say that's a, quality issue with humans. I think we're gonna be doing gene editing. That's another thing. I was actually thinking about that years ago. Was what we can do with artificial intelligence, maybe quantum computing, and figuring out genetics and CRISPR gene editing. And I mean, I'm just saying. I was thinking make like Pokemon, like custom animals, just experiment with it, And then with that, I'm just saying they're probably already doing that somewhere. It might not be legal, but the military, low key, they got black budget shit, it's for national security purposes. We're cloning aliens and stuff. Like they probably are. That's another thing. Motherfuckers been talking about aliens and shit. You know, and these black budget programs. They've been saying, what's his name? Ben Rich at Lockheed. He said, whatever you can think of, we got. We can take the aliens back home, like to whatever other star system. You know, like damn. He was saying that in the '90s, I think. So I mean, that's what's up. I need to get down with all that with these people. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on. I think one of the major things we need to focus on is human quality. I think that's already being addressed. I hate to say it. A lot of people don't know this. I'll tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. There's already depopulation programs, and they're not just, you know, they're semi-humane, and it's really focusing on decreasing reproduction rates. And I'm not gonna get into all that shit, but yeah, we want to, you know, if we consider, like, there goes another, you know what I notice about people like this? I can't even explain it, but I don't think y'all ready for that one. There's energies involved. There's certain energies I feel like trigger people. So it's like when they can't handle things, they get frustrated and they just ram on the gas. Like that's their fight or flight mode triggered because they're so fucking low IQ. It's just, you know, fucking triggered and they got fucking run, do something, fucking freak mode. I see it all the time. That's how I know. It's like, it might not be obvious right here, but I've seen it so many times. They're just like anxious idiots because they can't like comprehend what's going on, so they just panic like so dumb. I hope y'all hear that fucking. Well, it's not like I'm just making shit up, but what was I saying? Population, yeah, they have that. And honestly, I think, I'm just gonna be real, I'm just spilling all types of shit. I'm just talking about like forecasting future type shit. I think we should have a license to breed, just the same way you have to be screened to like adopt because a child is going to be in your care. People should have to be screened to know that the parents are going to be good to the children they conceive, you know? Because the child's going to be subjected to the parents' care regardless. So it's like, and then if they're not good parents, then it's going to fall onto the welfare system, taxpayers and stuff. So it's already everybody else's business. And realistically, if somebody's like useless, basically, if they don't do anything for themselves, can't even take care of themselves, they should not be reproducing. So like, I suggest if somebody's like on welfare for an extended period of time, just saying, I don't think you should be having no kids. They can, I'm just saying. I know they talk about like overall, Elon talks about the reproduction rate, but he's really talking about high quality humans reproductive rate. The people that built civilization. He's not talking about third world countries that are still living in fucking mud huts. I'm not trying to be a dick saying that. I mean, I'm just being real. He's talking about the motherfuckers that built modern society, civilization. He's like, y'all are not reproducing enough. The fucking mud hut people are out here fucking outbreeding y'all 10 to 1. Like, wake the fuck up. Like, we need high quality people to do high quality things, to progress society. Literally, I call it the biological foundation of our species. We need high quality people to fucking do high quality shit. You know, we need to at least maintain the quality of people that build what we have to maintain what we have. We need higher quality people, honestly, to progress further. And I can actually explain that. We've neutralized natural selection by being too nice. We said that everybody's created equal. Thomas Jefferson did not actually mean that. He was just trying to humble the fucking aristocracy at the time. Everybody's not created equal. Everybody's not Nikola Tesla. Everybody's not Einstein. Everybody's not Elon. Everybody's not fucking Isaac Newton. It's just the reality. There are people that are exceptionally gifted. Those people should have a lot of kids because those people are exceptionally, they are fucking top of the line, and we need to cultivate that. I say domesticate our own species. Pick the best of the best. Dogs and breed them. Cattle. You name it. We're cultivating certain traits, so we want to cultivate kick-ass human traits. And again, there's probably gonna be gene editing coming pretty quick, and there's gonna be GMO humans, we might create a whole different species that makes ourselves obsolete. I'm just being honest. Just saying. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying we might build some create some super geniuses that are so genius that they figure out how to make even more super, next level. Like I'm just saying, little. It's kind of like the AI system can. Oh man, why are there so many people? Why are there so many people? Dude, I hate to be a dick, but I can just say it outright. There are so many fucking useless people, bro. They do nothing of substance. They consume and complain. They're parasites. They live off of other people's productivity. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's insane, bro. Honestly, fuck a whole bunch of. Nah, this shit has to be put like. There has to be a competent people running the show. I don't actually believe in democracy anymore because idiots really are too stupid to make choices on, a political scale. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're idiots. They get brainwashed with a little bit of propaganda and like, oh, he's a big meanie. I like the other guy. The big meanie is telling you what the fuck needs to be done. You just like hearing good shit, so you fucking, like, it just doesn't work. I don't actually, like, let's just say a corporation. There's a board of directors that are elected by stakeholders, right? Isn't that how it works? And so, like, each stakeholder has, like, an equivalent amount of shares or votes in that. So it's democratic, but it's, like, according to your investment. And then they, pick whoever the heck I think is really, truly competent to run things, It's not just everybody gets a vote. That's the janitor doesn't even know what the fuck the company does gets a vote. Like it's equal to the fucking head honchos. Like, come on, bro. Like they're not involved like that. I just don't believe in democracy like that. It's just not a realistic organizational function. With that being said, I keep getting distracted by the shitbox, no muffler people. They don't even have a purpose. They just like to make noise. They're just existing. And they're like, I got a fucking beat up Honda Accord. Watch me take this muffler off and stomp on the gas and top out at 60. It's like, what are y'all doing, bro? That's what they do. Just they hear noise to feel like have a sense of existing. Like they're so fucking. I'm not even trying to be dick saying this shit. There's just people that are just like so useless. That's what they do. I don't really care if it offends people. I don't. There's so many, and that's the thing. Everybody's too fucking nice. That's why it has literally interrupted natural selection. Natural selection is. Did you know? In fucking tribal settings, that there's usually like an alpha that bullies all the beta males out of the fucking gene pool. Did you know that that's actually good for the gene pool? Because the highest quality fucking male, that's the most fit, competent, whatever, is breeding the most, has the best fucking genetics, and those best genetics are getting passed on the most. That is going to increase the health of the gene pool in that tribe, increase the overall chances of survival for that tribe. So it's actually a good thing that the alpha, big dog, bullies the little beta, weak ass males out of the gene pool. That's actually good. It increases the strength of the gene pool. That is literally actually what drives evolution. The highest quality, best genetics, winning survival of the fittest, And we want to be nice and, everybody's equal. No, the fuck they're not. You can't do calculus, probably. I don't know who's watching this, but you know what I'm saying? I've never tried calculus. I don't fucking, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. I met some extremely fucking stupid people in my life. I don't even want to. You don't want to know. Actually, you probably get on the internet. Or you just listen. Shitbox Racer. Shitbox Racer. Should make a song for these guys. Yeah, so quality control for humans, I think that's necessary. One thing for democracy, I was gonna say license to vote. Like, basically, you had to have like at least a general competence proven, like a civics test or something. But also it could be how much tax you pay. That's your fucking share in the government. Like how much funding how much have I invested in the government? That's how much voting power you have. You don't pay no fucking taxes, you don't get to vote. You know, so like, I don't think that's bad. But then obviously, you know, like, there's a lot of things with that. You know, runaway policy making, the people that already have money get the most votes, and you know, I get it, civil rights, stuff like that, but you know, there just has to be a competent body that runs shit. I was thinking about Mars. If we colonize Mars, like, how are we gonna run it? And it's like, it's just gonna be probably almost like a corporate structure running it, you know? I feel like we kind of do something similar for our Earth, you know? Just rethink Earth and all the systems we have, you know? I don't know, you know, and because we can do that. We can master plan the whole thing, you know? Talked about that one. Do I get against that? A lot of what we built has just been kind of improvised, you know, from individuals, and to create this collective, I think we can more or less master plan the whole thing, and it's I think it would be better off and be more cohesive and functional. I think that's what they're trying to do with artificial intelligence and stuff. But see, that's the thing. You know what's crazy is, like, I learned about a lot of things. I make people uneasy talking about shit. Like, I literally be talking about, like, real shit. I can just sense it. That's the problem with people. They're too dumb to fucking face reality, to even consider things. I know, I'm not even gonna name any names. Should I? There's people that I know personally that, like, I would bring up, like, the smallest thing, and they're like, I don't wanna deal with it. Like, then you're just gonna let the shit burn? Like, what are we doing? Like, dude, like, I don't understand people that don't think. Like, it's weird. And I think it's like this fear or something. Like, how about you fucking, it's like the car's driving and you're afraid to grab the wheel. Grab the fucking wheel and you have a chance to fucking survive, dudes. You fucking pathetic. Just close your eyes. Just hope for it. Are you retarded? Grab the fucking wheel. You fucking idiots. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand weak-minded, but I just don't fuck with it. I don't like weak-ass, dumbass, fucking useless fucking people. They just get in the way and they complain. It's like women. No fact. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Damn, bro. Nah, I was actually damn, whatever, you know how it is. But, you know, men gotta handle shit when it's time, you know what I'm saying? Like, women, they do what they do. But when shit gets real, men gotta handle the situation. Some women, they're capable. Don't get me wrong, but, you know. Just joking, guys. Don't get mad. But, nah, I don't mean for real. Like, if you're a dude and you're like, pansy, like, dude. What's wrong with you? Grow up. Anyhow, what was I talking about? I was on a different subject. Terraforming, no, not terraforming, but, like, you know, rethinking Earth type shit. AI systems. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, I learned about a lot of things back in, like, 2008. I watched fucking Alex Jones, Obama Deception, and I ain't gonna lie, I was still, like, smoking weed back in the day. I was a fucking pothead. And, I was like, what the fuck, the Obama Deception? Because I wasn't gonna vote for Obama, but I was, you know, too irresponsible to even get to the voting booth. I just turned 18 or 19 or something like that. But I was like, cool, I can vote. I was gonna vote for the black guy. You know why I was gonna vote for the black guy? Because Tupac said in Changes, we ain't ready to see a black president. It ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed. It is filled with blacks. I love Tupac. But anyway, I was like, it's time for a black president. But then I didn't even get to the voting booth because I was too fucking irresponsible. You know, I was partying. But anyway, so I see the Obama Deception. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Was he deceiving? And then I'm like, I'm all high watching shit. And Alex Jones was like, oh, the dark forces of Wall Street controlled our president, and actually it's kind of fucking true because he gave him a fucking $1 trillion bailout. I'm just being honest. Who the fuck just does that? That's $1 trillion fucking dollars, and people didn't even like trip. They're like, oh yeah, well, whatever. Obama knows what he's doing. $1 trillion. That's 1,000 billion. That's a million. He just handed that out to these fucking bankers who are about to crash the whole fucking economy for reckless investments. Glass-Steagall Act. Go look that shit up. I think that was the thing where they want, investment banks weren't allowed to be investment banks. They had to be, fucking normal banks. Some shit like that. But anyway, I'm like, what the fuck is, they're running the world. They're planning on taking over. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is this crazy man talking about? And it was like interesting, so I'm watching the whole thing. But then he goes in front of a Federal Reserve building, and he was with Ron Paul's brother for some reason. He's like, we know you're a privately owned bank. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was still high. I'm like, the Federal Reserve privately owned? Motherfuckers that print money, motherfucking Federal Reserve note? That's a privately owned motherfucking company, entity? Like, what the fuck we talking about here? So I look it up. I could not believe what I just read. I was like, it's a quasi-public, quasi-private entity. I was like, so we got a fucking privately owned bank printing fucking money. That blew my fucking mind. And then I went like hard. I watched The Money Masters after that great documentary, Bill Still. And I'm like, well, we gotta fucking fix this. But guess what? You know what's fucked up? I'm gonna tell you what's fucked up. It's gonna sound so fucked up. The more I study this shit and I paid attention to the world, the more I started to understand why the fuck a handful of people run shit. First of all, they're probably more intelligent. That's just nature. More intelligent people are gonna fucking run shit. They're gonna get one over on stupid people. Because stupid people ain't got no brains, bro. Don't mean to be a dick saying it like that, but whatever. But two, because it kind of is the only way that works. There's, social engineering. I could get into that. But look up Edward Bernays. There's a book called Propaganda. He says a million times, he says, just control the, mechanisms that direct the herd or whatnot. Dude, they've been doing this forever, bro. I can see it in everything. I see it in movies, I see it in advertising, I see it in fucking everything. They manipulate the herd, they manipulate culture, they manipulate a lot of stuff. Shit, I said it before, I said propagandists rule the world. And that's because generally people are idiots. Propagandists can brainwash them and then drive those idiots to make decisions, including political. And then the propagandists can get who they want in office. But yeah, I've started, there's things that I feel like, let's just use an example. I like stem cell research. I think there's a lot of potential in that. And people are tripping over using embryos, even if they're fucking, cultivated in a lab setting and never had any intent of growing into a full-grown child or anything. I don't see that there's an issue. To me, I'm like, well, there's a lot of potential. This could save lives. It can do a lot of good. But the people just hear an embryo. Oh, that's evil. Like, there's people that are still, I hate to say it, but like, I get it. We have to be careful moving forward. So it's good to be cautious and hold people accountable. But guess what? They'll just go underground with shit, black budget programs, and what the fuck they do. Okay? And then if people are panicky and just like shutting everything down out of their ignorance, and it's like a scared mother. Don't let him ride the bike. It's like, shut the fuck up, mom. Or sorry, I don't mean to be a dickhead, but you know what I'm saying. Like a panicky mom. She's like, don't let him. And the dad's like, all right, sure. And they go out back and fucking do whatever the fuck they want. There's things. The panicky, scared people hold progress back, and so this handful of people, the intelligent people that want to progress things, they're never gonna get it done. And with a democratic, what do they call that? They call it it's death by committee. Certain things will never, ever, ever get agreed upon, with everybody's low IQ input. It's just never gonna happen. Things have to happen in an executive fashion. Like, it's really what needs to happen. Like, it has to. Like, I don't know. I'm not even like, I'm not a fucking CEO. I just see it. Like, I can only imagine, like, if I get involved, like, with big businesses and stuff, like, I'll probably just, think that more, But, yeah, I could just see it, There's just a bunch of scared people that are ignorant and they are afraid of everything. So they're like, no, don't do it. It's like, you don't even know what it is. Like, don't do what? Can you describe it, please? No, they can't. They're too slow in the head. Don't drink out of styrofoam. I can actually agree with that one. I don't really like drinking out of styrofoam, but sometimes it just hits, man. Whatever. Stays cold longer. Think about that. Anyway, that's probably not great. I'm gonna get one of the middle ones and just like tell them it's about the same size and use it when I want it. It's a good idea. Anyhow, where's it going? So yeah, intelligent people. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, initially when I heard, the Illuminati, as they said, or New World Order taking over, and I was like, oh man, that like instinct told me that, because I felt like I was part. I mean, I'm like, that's not good, But the more I've studied this, the more I've studied the world and seen how people are, I'm like, I see why they feel the need to like control shit. Because literally, I think one of the main issues right now is overpopulation, and I think it's overpopulated with relatively useless people. I'm not trying to be a dick saying that, but again, we're already twice the natural carrying capacity of humans. We've already destroyed a shit ton of natural habitat to farm, to artificially, with artificial fertilizers, sustain a population that is twice as big as what is actually sustainable. Like, that's a factual statement. Like, and most of these people, no offense, but you look at like where a lot of giant population booms are happening is in third world countries. That's what Elon's talking about, bro. He's talking about population collapse in first world countries, not third world countries. He's saying, look, no offense, but I don't mean to be a dick saying this shit. I don't mean to, but it's like, we gotta get real. Everybody's not created equal. The people that created civilization, modern fucking technology, are not on the same fucking, they're not even in the same fucking ballpark. They're not even, almost different species, bro. Like, as the fucking mud hut people. I'm just saying, bro. Just being honest. I'm gonna be, maybe there could be some, I don't even want to get into that. But yeah, if we think of Earth as a garden, civilization, we want to cultivate good crop, good flowers, good plants, trees, good crop. That's what I'm saying. Like, there should be like quality control in the human race. I'm just being honest. Numbers, and that's gonna be a thing. Bro, we're already twice over the natural carrying capacity. It's already half of the current population is not sustainable. Do you understand that? There's going to our hands gonna be forced. There's going to be forced breeding limitations, and if we're going to limit breeding, who should breed out of and who should not? The high quality people should breed. The idiots, no. I'm just saying, bro. We're already there. We're already at that point. We are already twice over the natural carrying capacity. I'm trying to explain this to y'all. I'm trying to, think y'all. This is the quality control. Quantity is already fucked. It's gonna have to be handled, but then we need to focus on quality. Okay. Because if we focus on quality of humans, we increase the quality of humans. The quality of human output will increase. You see what I'm saying? Duh. duh. Why the fuck can't people see the obvious? Because everybody wants to be all over polite about shit. And no, everybody's created equal. The people who still live in mud huts are equal to the people that are shooting rockets to other planets. I'm sorry to tell you, but no. Doubt it. Doubt it. I mean, you might try to take one of them out. Try to take one of the people out the mud hut village from birth. Raise them. See if you can make them a fucking NASA scientist. Go ahead, try it. I don't care. If you can, good. Fine. Maybe that's what it is now. Maybe it's a fucking nurture issue. It's a fucking education issue. That could be it too. That could be it. You know, I hate to say it, but there's probably a lot of latent potential that's not being developed because our economic system is inefficient. You know, I know for myself, shoot, there's things I want to do for a long time that I've just been kind of unable. I want to say unable, because realistically, I could probably go raise funds or something. But I've been, you know, in large part, you know, trying to survive, and I guess I didn't know certain strategies I could employ in the past. But yeah, I mean, there's just inefficiency here and there, and there's a lot of people. It could be latent genius that's stuck working some crappy labor job, you know. I remember Nikola Tesla was digging ditches for a while. You see what I'm saying? He figured it out. He talked to some investors, but even then, they road pulled on him. So we don't have wireless electricity right now. You ever seen the memes? If Nikola Tesla was fully funded, it's like fucking future, like flying cars and shit. Tesla was a genius. He's probably my favorite genius of all time. I know Neil deGrasse Tyson loves to talk about Isaac Newton. I don't know, but Tesla was like practical. He invented shit that's like useful. I don't know. I just like Tesla. He had great insight as well. The only thing I don't like, why didn't he understand biology enough? I'm waiting for the. Why didn't he understand biology enough to understand how precious his relatively unique? Is that seems like a relatively unique? I don't know. Unique's unique. I don't know. But anyway, how did he not understand the value of his genius, his genetic makeup? Dude should have been like, okay, like I'm just gonna be honest. I recognized my own quality, and I said, okay, I need to make some kids. Tesla, Isaac Newton, Leonardo da Vinci, what other geniuses? How did you not understand genius, rare, should multiply that, make babies? Elon, that's one thing I give Elon. He's like on it, bro. He's like, I'm gonna make this baby. I was like, go ahead, like, it's better Elon making a shitload of kids than some fucking useless fucking I don't know. You know what I call it? I'm gonna be honest, and like I said, I call it shit breeding, bro. It's fucking, and I think that's it. I love that term. I made it up. Patent pending. Now I was playing, but shit breeding, bro. No, there's like low quality people that are just fucking. I call it shit breeding. You know, just like, you know how like there's purebred animals, dogs and stuff, and like we can like intentionally cultivate like high quality traits like speed, strength, intelligence, stuff like that. Those are like purebreds. Those are like elite fucking animals, you know what I'm saying? And then there's your shit breed animals like mutts. Like sometimes those mutts, some cool shit happens, but a lot of times it's just like garbage. We intentionally cultivating high quality traits. That's where domestication is amazing, in my opinion. Like natural selection, evolution, and all that is fucking amazing. Darwin, some people say that was the best idea ever, and you know what's crazy about that is that he just observed it. I don't think there was like a scientific method, and they say that was one, like, arguably the greatest. I love biology, but anyway, so natural selection is beautiful. You call it domestic. I like to call it domestication by nature. I think it's a better descriptor of it. And but we can kind of take the wheel with that and intentionally cultivate awesome traits, and that's us to some degree. It's like participating in the evolutionary process. I just think that's like a beautiful fucking. We're doing it anyway. I mean, people that are reproducing themselves are participating. They're deciding who they're gonna make babies with. I mean, we're already doing it. But I just think it's so beautiful and amazing. Cultivate, like, domestication, cultivating traits intentionally, mixing traits, and just, I think it's just amazing. I don't know, I'm just so amazed by it. I'm sorry. It's like, I don't know. I think it's a beautiful thing. Domestication by nature. So beautiful. I would almost say it's, okay, I go deep on this. I don't know if y'all ready for this one. I was gonna say it's like almost like domestication by God, because God's natural situation is naturally led it, and then if we become conscious and cognitive, just conscious of these functions, and then we're able to participate. It's almost like we're. I don't want to get ego-y. I'm not trying to go there, but it's just like it's a creative process, and participating in it and guiding it. I'm like, awesome. And we do this naturally. I'm just gonna be honest. Again, propagandists kind of rule the world. They can direct trends to some degree, and whatever is like in vogue, honestly, gets multiplied, and whatever goes out of style gets neglected and can go extinct even. And it can happen quick. The turnover rate, it can happen quick. So. I think we should do it more consciously and not just have a handful of propagandists brainwashing everybody to think this is cool today. And no, I think we should see a bigger picture, intentionally cultivate like intelligence, just high quality traits. Just like we do when we like dogs. Dogs are great. I like border collies. They're probably one of my favorite. Golden retrievers are notoriously like well mannered. Like German Shepherds are intelligent, I think there's, obvious breeds that, we have domesticated that are pretty kick-ass. And I think we pretty much do that for our entire species, humans, domesticate ourselves. I think it's fucking brilliant. I call it the great domestication. The first instance of becoming conscious of this, and then intentionally guiding the quality of our species towards that. We're going to fucking to the stars with our quality control action. Yeah. Anyway, what else? I was just putting some stuff out there thinking, I was thinking about the fucking magnetic disruption. These motherfuckers, bro, from what I understand, they got entire underground cities, bro. They got tunnels going from East Coast to West Coast. I heard domes, deep underground military bases. They got entire 18-wheelers, trailers with food supplies going down there. Like, what are they planning for, bro? Like, what the hell? Hit me up, bro. Can I get a room? I'll rent. I'll do some type of useful task. What they know that we don't. And anyway, some people was, that's what happened the other day. The fucking Aurora Borealis was like super far south. And people were like, what the fuck are we all of a sudden seeing this shit in Kansas for? And motherfucker said it's because of weakening magnetic field, son. And it's like, that makes sense. I don't know the exact science behind it. But I don't remember seeing fucking the Northern Lights in the South. When the fuck did that start? So what the fuck's really going on here? I remember there's this homeless dude I met in Lafayette, Louisiana. He's so dumb, but it's hilarious. I sit down next to him, and like I knew he was kind of crazy. This motherfucker just like be dead ass quiet for a minute. We're both just sitting there. I don't even say a word to him. He just like looking around. And he kind of leans over without even looking at me. He's like, what's really going on? I was like, what the? But that shit had me laughing so hard. I wish I recorded it. It was just such a classic fucking moment. That would have been like my intro on some more shit. He just like looking around. What's really going on? Like, start tripping. Boy, that was a funny guy. I met some characters. That's one thing. A lot of even if people are kind of dumb, at least if they're fucking characters, I'm cool. I love Huckleberry Finn. Fucking. What the fuck's that? What's his name? What's the author's name? How am I blanking on that? But anyway, Huck Finn, you know, just meeting the random characters and that type of appreciation for you know, the colors of life. I like that. But if there's just a whole shitload of idiots and they're just droned out, antisocial, on their phones, arrogant, you're useless. Like you're not even comic relief. Like, what the fuck? Just no. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be honest. If there's people that are just really useless, like I think you should have like. I think this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. We're already way double natural carrying capacity. That's facts. Go do your research. Agricultural practices are unsustainable with artificial fertilizer. Where people have to be like, how do you say it? There's gonna be selective breeding happening regardless. Like, it's what's gonna happen. There's gonna be quality control. Like, we need high quality people, not low quality subtards, as Elon said. I mean, I see what the fuck he's saying, bro. Like, he can't say it, I don't think, because he's not in a position to just run his mouth. But, nah, he's saying the high quality people that build civilization need to breed more. And you're probably actually saying the low quality people that destroy civilization actually don't need to breed. That's not a hard concept. That's pretty much what the fuck I'm talking about here. High quality people that build civilization, reproduce. Low quality people that destroy civilization, no. That's not a hard concept at all, bro. That's the most probably blunt. It's what it is, man. And even out of the people that build civilization, when it's almost like literally it's like a garden, essentially cultivating good crop that bears fruit versus weeds that just attack the good crop. It's like, just weed the fucking garden, only cultivate good crop that bears fruit, and then even out of that, we need to cultivate the best of the best out of that and intentionally breed that. Domesticate our own species, like, severely. I don't know if that's a proper word, but you know what I'm saying. What else? I don't know, I was just speculating on future type stuff. There might be a cataclysmic event, weaken that magnetic field. I don't fucking know, man. What they really got going on, why they building underground bunkers. I remember somebody said, it says they can really go to other planets, why the fuck they building bunkers? I don't know, maybe it's just like Earth, huh? Maybe all those other planets are fucking not awesome. I have no idea. Hey, if anybody's in the Illuminati and wants to send me an invite, hit me up at www.com. Not really, like, somebody that's like down with it all, you can comment on my video, that'd be dope. And look, man, I hate to say it, I tried to fight for the idiots, didn't work. I realized they're too stupid, and then I understood. Literally, in being involved in that, it showed me the reality of nature. There's smart people and there's stupid people. The smart people are always gonna reign over the stupid people. Like, that's nature. That's what the fuck it is. Stupid people, I hate to say it, it depends how stupid, but some of them are akin to animals, bro. Like, they don't even think, like, for fucking real. Do you understand? Like, I don't mean to be a dick saying it, but maybe though, because it's kind of like a collective consciousness, and like pretty much everyone on Earth knows what DNA is today. Okay, like there was a time before anybody knew, and then I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Either way. What else you want to talk about? That's the main thing I wanted to say was like a quality issue with a species, because I think there's so much downstream from that predicated on it. Like the decline in our overall quality of life. There can be some economic issues, but again, if people are smart enough, they would hold certain people accountable. They don't. They're too dumb. Most people are too dumb. I mean, but again, I also understand why. I don't mean to be a dick. Like, I'm like a humane guy, but I'm also like pragmatic. And I was like, oh, man, look, let me use an example. There was this video of this lioness, and she had cubs, and one of them was injured. And this lioness had to make that hard decision to leave him behind, and was like, you can see it. And then one of the other cubs went back, tried to like push him along, and it's so sad. But she had to make that executive decision, or otherwise she would endanger all of her other cubs. You see what I'm saying? So she knew that he was a liability, and had to just let him go. And that's what it is sometimes. It's rough decisions. It's like, yeah, I wish I could be humane, and sometimes it's not pragmatic. It's not practical. It's not functional. It's just impossible, frankly. That was the first time I ever used that. Frankly, I don't really use that word, but yeah, it's borderline impossible. Like, honestly, subsidizing third world countries, like, oh, they're starving. Well, if they can't even sustain themselves, what the hell are you doing making a dependent population? Subsidizing, and then it's unsustainable. Like, you literally just can't do it, bro. Like, it's just not possible, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's just nature, though, too. Nature's ruthless, strong survive, intelligent survive, functional survive, but that's the ruthless necessity that drives evolution. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? The competent and functional survive, and then people get more competent and functional, and that's what produces higher quality versions of life. That's God's plan. The low quality things are not supposed to make it. They're supposed to die off and be replaced by the high quality. That's literally what has been driving evolution. I'm just saying, and we can do it. It just has to be managed properly. Like I said, just don't let. I mean, there's so much to that. But you see what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to be a dick saying it. And I don't just get to anybody's head, and you can take it to an extreme and be like, I don't know. I mean, I still believe it's just quality control, bro. Like, I don't want to go too far with it. Like, you can really take that to the extreme, honestly. But yeah, it's nature. Nature's ruthless, and it's that ruthlessness that actually drives development. You understand that? It's quality control. If there's a fucking no, I don't want to say like a dickhead, but there's something that's just like bad that comes off an assembly line. You toss it. I don't mean to be a dick saying that. Look what we do with agriculture. We pick the best of the best and cultivate it. You see what I'm saying? We have to do this, I'm telling you. And it's just it's just what it is. There's only so much of a carrying capacity. We're burning through natural resources. It's crazy. So it has to be managed. It's just what it is, bro. A lot of people, I'm telling you, they're too dumb to even conceive of these things. Okay, well, that's why there's a. I don't even want to talk too much, but yeah, there's clearly subtle ways that it's already being managed. I'm not gonna get into all the details of that, but I don't know. I don't want to talk anymore. I've been talking enough. I don't know, just speculating on the future. But I think that's one of the major things: quality control, management, whatever. They got the AI systems probably gonna be right on that shit. Hey Zay, but from what I hear, they're talking about. I don't mean to be a dig. I just see the practicality. I can just see the situation. I'm like, shit has to be managed, bro. Like, is that? I don't think that's obvious. Anybody with a brain. I don't know. I don't want to go too far. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Don't boast about tomorrow, for you don't know the day may bring, right? Is that King David, I think? Solomon, what did he say? He said, you don't know what's going to become of your estate when you're gone, so just enjoy the now, your days of toil in the sun. I dig that. But I like what Elon, you know what I like about Elon? He's very methodical in his thinking, and he talks about increasing the likelihood of a positive outcome. He's not saying it's a for sure, he's just saying this generally is going to increase the probability of positive future. You know, like, see what I'm saying? I think that's a good way to go about it. Like, I think. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna leave it at that. I got things to do. I gotta check my messages. I get this feeling sometimes. I'm kind of little. I was gonna talk about that. I don't want to talk about it though. I'm a little bit connected to the cosmic consciousness quantum field. Oh look, I'm getting notifications. Okay, I guess it would show me a notification to some people. I thought it was like do not disturb mode. So okay, I was getting a vibe. Like maybe I didn't check the messages, but either way, I think I talked enough. I think that's good for now. Episode 1 of Speculating about the future. I was gonna create a podcast, so many podcasts, but I was gonna call it The Human Endeavor, and I wanted to talk to people who are kind of like the pioneers in their field, you know, or whatever, like, you know, trying to make breakthroughs and stuff. And it's gonna be multifaceted also. Almost like an advertising platform for them to recruit people if they want, recruit money, investments, and also just educate and have content and stuff. Be cool. So it's a multifaceted thing. I don't know how to. There's a lot to that, but the thing is, there's certain conversations that need to be had, and I think if the more we can do that, the more we can get everybody on the same page. I think one of the major things we should do right now as a species is colonize Mars. Like, for real. I think there should be like, I know it sounds big, but like 40% of human economic output should be going toward that to increase the likelihood of long-term survival for our species, increase the likelihood of a positive future, long-term future. I'm telling you, I love the way Elon thinks. Very methodical thinker. I like that. But anyway, might need to get on that. I might need to do a podcast and talk to the thinkers of our day, and make that a trend. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I think science and stuff, a lot of them are kind of just too formal. I'm a casual guy, and we can have casual conversations about smart stuff. You know, I don't know. I know they're already doing stuff like that. Joe Rogan. So casual, but he low key knows everything. No, it's not Joe Rogan, he's alright. But I don't know, I guess I just got I'm a thinker. I think I'm good at, you know, seeing what needs to be asked to drive a conversation along. So I might get into that. Anyway, I'm leaving it there for now. I'll talk to you later. God bless. I got things to do. I don't know what this is called, but speculating on the future, episode 1. Speculating the future sounds better. Sounds straightforward. Speculating the future, episode 1. I need to get in with some investors, some freaking projects. I want to start building. I want to get in it, you know? Get in it. I love it. Calm yourself. Alright, I'm gonna leave that. God bless. I think that's about all I gotta say for now. 1 hour? Yes, we hit 1 hour. I'll talk to you later. Episode 1 complete. Speculating the future.